so today I'm going to show you a pose that is great for the fall season. It's also great any time of year if you are working on realigning a Vata energy issue. What is a Vata energy issue? So Vata is the energy of air and ether as described in Ayurveda. And so if you're familiar with your own Ayurvedic constitution, then you may know if you have a high proportion of Vata energy within you. If you've met with a consultant, you may be familiar with some Vata issues. If you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about when I talk about Vata issues, no worries. You can always hop on over to our to the Ayurveda playlist that I've made, and it talks about all things Ayurveda. And just know that this is a great pose to do in the fall season, and also just a great pose to do if you're feeling a little bit like you've been moving around a whole lot, like a lot of busyness and hecticness in your day-to-day life. This is a great pose for that, and that kind of is an example of Vata energy. And so this pose is reclined pigeon. Now, I'm not always a fan of pigeons, but this is one pigeon that I really like. It's a great stretch for the hips, and that's actually why it's such a great pose for the fall season and for Vata energy, because that energy is also governs certain parts of our body, and one of those areas of our body is our hips. And this pose, you'll see, is also really great for, depending on which variation you take of it, can be really great for digestion and the digestive tract as well. So it's called reclined pigeon. So we're going to go on to our backs, okay? So join me here. Lay down on your back. Bring your soles of your feet down to the earth. And then just draw your right knee into your chest. Open your right hip out to the side so that your right ankle comes to the top of your left leg. And flex that right foot. This is just going to protect your knee, your right knee there in this pose. Now, you might already be feeling this in your right hip. And if you are, if this is giving you like a really good stretch, you can just hold there. If you feel like you're kind of sort of feeling it, but you could go more, like you feel like you want to feel it a little bit more. Again, without straining, right? We don't want to push ourselves. We don't want to experience any pain. So I just want you to listen to your body and go where it feels good for you today. So if you do want to take it another step further, though, you can take your right arm, thread it through your legs, and your left hand comes to the outside of that left leg so that you're bringing your hands behind that left thigh. And then draw that left leg into your chest. And make sure that if you're drawing your left leg in, that left foot is flexed also. So both feet are flexed here again, just protecting your knees, right? We want to get into these poses in the safest way possible for our body. So you can keep your hands behind that left thigh, or sometimes I like to just take my hands around that left shin. So go wherever is comfortable for you. This is a little bit of a deeper variation, so you do have three options here. One is to keep the foot on the ground. One is to keep your hands behind your left thigh. And the third option is to take your hands over your shin. And then you're just going to breathe here. So I'm sure you're already feeling this in your hip, in your IT band. And if you do have your leg drawn into your chest, you're causing a slight compression of your abdominal cavity, which then also helps out with digestion. So many great benefits of this pose. So let's just take one more deep breath here. And then slowly begin to release the pose. So if your hands are around that left leg, just slowly, gently release that, bringing your left foot to the ground. And then close that right hip and gently place that right leg on the ground. So we're just going to do the same exact thing on the other side. So go ahead, bring that left knee into your chest, foot is flexed, open up that hip, bring your left ankle to the top of your right leg. So again, you can stay here. Or if you want to play around with some of the other variations, you can bring your hands around to the back of that right thigh and draw that right thigh in. Now again, I'm going to reiterate, if you feel any pain, then you're going to want to back off and go to the previous variation. Now you might feel some discomfort because it is a nice deep stretch, and that's okay. But if you're feeling any like sharp pins and needles sort of pain, then you're going to want to back off. So again, you can keep your hands behind your thigh or go ahead and bring them along the shin for a little bit of a deeper stretch. So 3 options here. Go with whichever one feels good to you in this moment. Remember, first option is with your right foot on the ground. Second option, hands behind your thigh. Third option, hands around your right shin. Both feet are flexed, protecting your knees. And just take 2 more breaths here, and I want you just to really feel, how does this feel in your body? Are you noticing any sensations in your body? And just observe it, letting go of any judgment, just noticing. Good. And then slowly begin to release that right foot back to the mat. Close that left hip, gently lower that left leg down. And there you have it. There is your reclined pigeon pose. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment below this video. Let me know how you liked that. And if there's any specific poses you want me to go through next, let me know. I'd be happy to do so. Sending you so much love today and always.